Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bored Till Death. Today we're taking a look at some absolutely unnecessary movie remakes and sequels that Hollywood had no reason to make. We're also telling traumatic stories from our youth that, well, you can't help but to laugh at now. So sit back, have a drink, eat a snack, and enjoy the show. What's going on, everyone?
Oh, you
Stop
know.
asking that question. You see what's going on. I'm having a midlife crisis.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Ben?
I'm here to air it out. We're here for you.
Get it out.
No, dude.
Get it out.
Get it out.
Fuck that.
Get it
Come
out.
on. Come on, big
Get it
guy.
out.
We'll
Get
say
it out.
Do it.
Get it
Do
out.
No, dude.
Get it out. Sorry.
Remind me of a Portlandia skit where the whole skit's about canceling their plans. Cancel it.
Oh, yeah.
Cancel it. Fucking love that show.
Yeah, Emily and I are literally like texting each other almost every day now, going, yeah, you ready to move out west? Cool.
Well. I'm here for it.
I mean, it wouldn't be, or no, we have a job in San Diego or San Francisco. Like
Really?
that. Yeah, did you not know that she staged out there earlier this year?
I knew that, but I didn't know like if it was for sure or not. I thought you're still waiting.
No, they offered her a job.
Oh.
Atelier Kren offered her a job,
no shit.
Oh.
which is like a chef's table Michelin star like restaurant.
San Fran is an hour and a half flight. I'm all right with that.
Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, I kind of wanted to be closer as far as like driving, but if it's a job now
No, yeah.
to just get out that way,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 10-hour drive. It's a crazy drive. Like, it's like 4 hours to hit the California border. Wherein, like, it's another, like, 5-6 hours from there.
Yeah.
California is fucking huge.
yeah. But when she went over there, she was having dinner at like it's basically a green chartreuse bar, and the dude basically sells his entire collection, like a $300 shot of green chartreuse.
I have no idea what that is.
Green chartreuse is a liqueur that's like, fucking, it slaps.
Oh,
okay.
But if like the guy I mentored, my mentor got me into green chartreuse, and it's like very, I don't know what the word. It's unique. If you ever go to a bar, just like, hey, can I have a sample of green chartreuse? Or fuck it, just buy a shot of green chartreuse, even if you don't like it. Just try it.
Have your finest
Or
green
order-
chartreuse.
Or order like a paper plane or something. Paper planes are really good. They use green chartreuse. But yeah, she went and had dinner there. She told him the story of like, yeah, I'm staging at Atelier Kren. And he's like, oh, you're smart as fuck. I want you to work for me now, and try to steal her from Atelier Kren. And then was like, well, what's your husband do? And she's like, he's a bartender. He's like, all right, cool. And then offered me a job too. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, what? And
Well, damn. What
Is
y'all
this
doing?
like legit, or like it's kind of like, oh man, I'll hire you if y'all come out here, you know?
he
Get your ass out here
has
right now.
emailed Emily 3 times since then.
Oh, it's legit. Okay.
Asking when we're ready to go, because she basically had the conversation of like, yeah, when like, because COVID, you don't know when it was gonna, like, this was January, February,
Yeah.
and you didn't know if things were gonna ramp back up, and we just were like,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
play the safe call. We're making good money, and we don't have to pay for an entire move right now.
Yeah.
So that was part of her stipulation, was like relocation fees with whatever job she took. So we made the decision to wait until she gets her level 3 SOM, so that way she can ask higher
That's okay. I remember you saying that.
over the course of this few months. We're like, do we really want to wait 9 more months, or do we just want to say fuck it? Because I'm getting tired of this shit. The work ethic in Nashville is trash.
Just remember, it is expensive as hell. Expensive as hell to live there. That's like one of the worst cities in the world to live in.
That's why she has a state. That's why she had, like, she's not moving out unless she makes
Certain amount.
3 figures,
Hell yeah.
which she can ask for if she gets her level 3.
Yeah.
So,
Never been to
and
San
then I
Fran.
can just be a bitch boy.
There you
You
go.
got yourself a sugar mama. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Jade's been wanting to go to San Fran, so that'd be dope. Have a reason to go now.
It's an option. I mean, I don't know. That's more of our like, we're tired of this shit. We just want to get the fuck out. it's not what we're really gonna do.
Right, because you have stuff lined up there.
Because we have that option available.
Yeah.
But I've already told her, like, Washington or Oregon, or that's also wine country ish. Like, we can do something up there.
Dude, the valleys around Portland is just littered with orchards, or what is it? Vineyards. Yeah.
Vineyards. Yeah.
They're just littered everywhere. We go out to Mount Hood Valley. Oh, there's wine taster rooms everywhere. It's like a grand old time and stuff on a beautiful.
God dang it, dude! Emily's cooking right now, and I'm starving.
I'm starving myself.
Oh, maybe I should talk about the dinner that I just had then.
Oh, let's hear it.
Shut the fuck up. Where's my invite? I don't want to hear shit. No, I didn't see no text.
You said you were working. You said, I was off yesterday.
I don't care.
I was off yesterday and Tuesday. I didn't see no invite. I see you trampling all over the mountains.
Ooh.
I didn't see no fucking invite.
Those were both sunrises, and you said hell no. That sounds miserable. I don't want to hear it.
Hell no. I said hell no to the first one.
What? Oh,
the second one don't count. Okay. Come on. If you say no to the first one.
Anyways, I had a nice fat sirloin with...
No one fucking asked.
I believe I asked myself. Anyways, had some nice garlic bread with it, had nice garlic roasted potatoes, had some lemon roasted broccoli, and some, what else did we have? Oh, a nice chimichurri for the top of the sirloin. It was nice.
Christ, yeah, your family likes to go all out. I forget.
We ate good tonight.
Oh, your dad knows how to grill some meat. I miss that shit so much.
The look that Ben is giving the computer right now. I know he's doing other stuff, but I feel like it translates very well from what his reaction to what I just said.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
We're just out here smoking some meats.
Fucking bullshit.
Smoking meats.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I can't sound like Mark Zuckerberg. That's as close as I can get. Have you ever seen that video?
No, what is that from? What do you...
It's Mark Zuckerberg doing his absolute best to sound like a normal human being and not a lizard person. But he's like got his phone up in his face. He's like, oh, just out here in the backyard smoking meats. And I'm like, what the hell?
His eyelids go sideways.
He phrases it like that.
I am happy. I am alive. Oh, God. I have a client at work. Well, not at work. He's one of my guys I'm doing a remodel for. And he has this big house worth over $1 million, crazy nice. And I asked him, like, when I first met him, I was like, hey, what do you do for a living? And he's like, oh, I'm a graphic designer. I've been doing it for a while and stuff. And he's like, I'm like, what's it called when you work for yourself?
Freelance, yeah.
Freelance, yeah. Sorry, freelance. He does freelancing now. He's like, yeah, I do freelancing now. I was at Facebook for about 10 years, though, and everything. I was like, oh, did you ever meet Mark Zuckerberg? He's like, yeah, I knew Mark. I'm like, you're on a first-name basis with Mark Zuckerberg? Like, what? And he has, like, this photos of him, like, shaking hands, like, in his office over, like, a celebration and stuff. I was like, okay, fancy you. And,
interesting.
It's pretty dope. He's setting up a screen printing shop in his garage, and he has, like, this cutter that he brought from Facebook. It's got all these, like, stickers all over it from the company and stuff. I was like, you were deep in this shit, huh? He's like, yeah, I kind of set it up. He was the designer of like the thumb for like 2009.
Oh yeah,
2010. That was him that designed it. I was like, I'm like geeking out over here with him. He's a cool dude. His name's Ben too.
Did you ask him if he ever smoked meats with Mark? Y'all ever smoke any meats? I don't know why, but that phrasing is just gross to me. It's just like, what are y'all doing Sunday afternoon? Oh, we're just gonna hang out, smoke some meats, chill out. Like,
want to come over and smoke some meat with me? Oh, Jesus,
that's weird.
Christ. Ben, did you hear the bad news?
Everything's bad news.
The great news, I think you mean.
They're making a sequel to Twisters.
Oh, yeah, that bullshit. Fuck that. No, I don't want it. I'm not watching it.
Why?
No, it's crap. I don't want to see it because Bill Paxton isn't in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't even try.
Exactly.
Wait, he's not even in it?
Bill Paxton's not in it.
He's dead, Andrew.
He's dead. He's dead. He's not even in it. Pay attention.
He's fucking dead, Andrew. He died like 7 years ago.
I don't remember this.
Dude, they ripped out the freaking Twister ride at Universal, and he couldn't handle it. He's gone. Now they got Judy Dirty doing a number 2.
Bill Paxton's not in it? What?
How did I miss that? I don't remember that.
And also, fucking Dusty can't even be in it. He's dead too. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh,
Yeah.
True.
That's
Oh,
pretty
true.
much
Holy
half the
crap.
cast.
That's the only cast I care
No.
about.
Oh,
Apparently,
come on. They CGI'd him up for the final Hunger Games. Come on now. They can do it again.
I'm sure they got some
That
leftover footage.
Yeah. Get some of that Marvel de-aging technology, that not the new stuff, but the old stuff. You'd be looking, food! He'd be yelling into the camera again.
Oh, man. Bill Paxton's not in it. That got me. But apparently,
Oops.
the Helen, always forget the actress name. She's supposedly in it, but it's like, I don't care. I want Bill.
Who
I want
cares?
Billy.
I don't want her in my shot.
Yeah, I just tired of Hollywood making all these fucking unnecessary sequels and remakes and all this bullshit.
Like it's an unpopular opinion, and I love the movie just because I love it. But like the Bill and Ted, the third Bill and Ted,
I didn't even watch it.
It just hurt. Like it was good, and I enjoyed it because I love Bill and Ted. But it just like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude, it's just ugh.
Like,
Just
This
why?
was like 10 years too late.
I remember when it was announced, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" And then like 5 minutes later, I was like, "Wait, no, we don't want this. Come on."
Well, then it went through development hell for years.
did.
And
Yeah.
When they announced it, I was actually kind of excited, weirdly. But then I saw the first few ad spots for it, and I remember seeing Keanu Reeves back in that persona. And I
Yeah.
was like, this just feels so weird. Seeing him as we know him now, older, and one of the most wholesome, wisest people on the planet, and he's acting like an idiot again, and it just felt so wrong. It was weird. I didn't watch it, but
There's actually speaking of Keanu, there's a movie on Netflix. I think it's called Be My Maybe or something. I don't know. It's a rom-com, but Keanu's in it, and he's playing
Yeah.
himself, and like it's this guy and girl like trying to like do a
Oh,
double
yeah.
date but make each other jealous while they're on it. And Keanu is like the biggest, most hipster douchebag in the world. They make him on this show, and it's the funniest shit ever because I'm like sitting here uncomfortable watching him be such an asshole and everything. It's actually a really funny movie. I enjoyed that one a lot. But yeah, I just these damn sequels, and like another Keanu was Point Break. Did you ever see the remake of Point Break? Point Break's a classic.
no,
And then they made
I wasn't interested.
I don't understand it at all.
I prefer the remake of Red Dawn over
No,
the
Oh
original.
my god.
dude. Okay,
Oh,
so
my God.
when you started bringing up this sequel thing, my head immediately went to the Red Dawn one, to the Red Dawn remake, and
Another
I'm not gonna say
development
it's bad
hell.
because yeah,
It's not bad.
it's not bad.
If it was a standalone, not a remake, I've been like, cool, this is fun. But
Yes.
knowing what it was,
because the original Red Dawn, although clunky at times because of that whole 80s formula and some of the actors acting and stuff wasn't the greatest, but it delved into like the consequences of war and other things that are much heavier topics a lot better, whereas the remake is just like explosions the whole time and then just surprise out of nowhere they just shoot Chris Hemsworth in the head,
so sad.
and
It
it's
just
like
gets domed.
just
That's
out
the
of
best part.
nowhere.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
I prefer the old one because it feels more tragic and also more narratively satisfying in a way because of what happens with the brothers and everything, they go down in legend and stuff. And they're freaking talking about people behind enemy lines resorting to cannibalism and stuff in that movie and all that.
Yeah.
Whereas the new one's just like, we're just gonna fight these guys.
Yeah.
You know what that sound is? I'm licking my lips because you know what else is like that?
What?
Andor. Did you finally catch up?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna catch up with it this week, actually. That and Rings of Power, because I'm very behind on that. So
That Badoom was me disconnecting. I'm done. I'm done with this conversation.
anyways, bad sequels.
Plan on doing that one.
Bad sequel? Weren't planning on doing bad sequels. Why not, my guy? Dude, let's go. Bad sequel. Let's go. All right.
You just gave me such flashbacks to Shane right now.
I thought you were gonna say to like 2010, but here we are.
Do-do-do-do.
Same thing, really.
Bad sequels. Let's go. Taylor, what's the
Space
worst?
Jam 2.
Oh, trash.
Hocus Pocus 2.
That's not even an. Okay, hold on. Let me calibrate
Actually, I haven't seen it.
first. Space Jam 2 is not even an option because it was just like nobody. No, this is bad.
Did anyone
it's
even
not even,
see it?
It doesn't exist.
I didn't even see it.
I did. It was trash.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Trash.
Yeah, try.
It was basically just a trailer for every single Warner Brothers IP.
Yeah, I heard that. They were like Pennywise.
Just like, look at all the shit we own. That was it.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus 2. You know what? I wasn't mad at it, but I wasn't happy.
That's what Jade said.
It was.
Jade said the same exact
It was a
thing.
time.
She said it was cute.
It was just
but like, leave my movie alone.
Like I watched it for the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah.
And that's the only time. Like the rest of the time, I was either drinking my beer on my phone or like just hanging with the cats.
Yeah.
And I had cared nothing at all about the little girls. Like, you're witches too. I'm like, I don't care. Give me witches torturing children.
Yeah.
More black cats. And yeah.
So did the movie mostly focus on like a new generation of witches? Or...
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's okay. Not to risk sounding like an old person now. That is kind of the trend with a lot of these remakes and sequels is
carrying on the legacy to someone else.
Here's some. I mean, it all started with me. The first time I saw it was recognized episode 8, the Rian Johnson Star Wars.
Yes.
Where he's like, "Hey, you kids can be Jedis too," and I just freaking had a hernia. But that's where I recognized. I was like, what is this message? Like, I thought we got away from the whole giving trophies to everyone thing. Okay, cool. But anyways, yeah, that's the whole trope right now. Fight me.
It is, yeah.
It really is, yeah.
I am not to derail at all, but I am with you on that. Actually, when I first saw that, I was kind of like, I don't think this is really friendly to the lore of, like, you know, who can and can't use the Force or whatever. But I do get why they did it, because in the spirit of like the old movies, George Lucas was always like, no matter what we make in this universe, there always has to be like hope, like for the kids. Like, this is a kids thing. You got to make kids like feel good about, you know
what I say about that
and stuff like that.
Fuck them kids. That's what I say about this.
Yeah, dude. Who needs them?
Kids are the future.
Not me.
That's their future.
I'm a dad.
Andrew, what's your worst second follow-up movie, which is typically called a sequel? It took me a minute to get there.
Or remake.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of blanking. Red Dawn was the first one that came to mind for some reason, which honestly, when it first came out, I did not mind at all. I was like, okay, this is fun. I like this.
We went to the midnight premiere.
Now I have some issues with it, but I mean, I don't hate it. I'm not a big Josh Peck fan, so.
Josh Pegg?
Josh
yeah.
Peck.
I still never understood why they didn't just cast Liam Hemsworth as his brother. It would have been a lot more believable.
Yes, it would have.
You know, that guy always annoyed me. The guy playing his brother, is that who it is? Josh Peck? I didn't watch Drake. Yeah, Drake and Josh. That's right.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, that's like his first movie where he got real skinny, so he was like really like brooding and like, I'm like, get out of here, dude.
Yeah, I just didn't really buy him, not only as his brother, but just as a character in general. I was like, I can't take anything, like, the whole time he's just brooding and pouting because his girlfriend got taken and all this other stuff, and he has bitterness towards his brother, and I'm just kind of like, I don't buy it. Like, if it was someone else, I could probably identify with what you're feeling and stuff, and you know, the emotions you're trying to act out would have weight. But the fact that it was Josh, for some reason, I was like, nah, dude, you're just sulking. Like, just get over it.
Not to mention, people got killed trying to save your fucking girlfriend, you bastard.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have one. I know there's some out there that I could probably scrounge up some more feelings on, but right now, for some reason, as soon as you said Red Dawn, that's exactly where my head went.
I have a whole trilogy that's unnecessary for you.
Do I already know
The Fantastic Beast?
I knew you were gonna say that.
That whole trilogy is so unnecessary. It is so bad. There's like,
I haven't seen the latest one.
It's just bad. That's all.
The last 10 minutes of the second one with the freaking fire and everything like that around the whole arena is like the only coolest part of the whole the series.
I didn't even care about that.
I liked some of the characters.
I only saw the first one, and I left the theater going, "What the hell did I just watch?" And just left it there.
I just remember walking away like, what was the story? Like, I have no idea what this just went through. Like, why did we get to where we were?
I haven't even seen the third one, to be honest, until you said trilogy. I kind of forgot that the third one even happened. I forgot that it was even a thing.
Jade and I did go see it in theaters because we saw the other two and, Harry Potter or whatever. Yeah, I wish I just waited till HBO Max. It was bad.
Regrets.
Big regrets.
I liked some of the characters in it. And for some reason, I should say character, honestly. My favorite part of those movies is just I forget his name, but the one Muggle.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
Yeah,
I just like him.
What's his name? Yeah. Yeah, that series is bad. What about some good ones? Any good remakes y'all like? Sequels?
Wow, dude, thanks for asking what my favorite bad one is.
Have you said like three? Have you said like three?
Yeah.
Every remake's trash.
I wouldn't say that. Dawn of the Dead?
There you go.
That's a great remake.
Old man has spoken.
Have you ever seen
Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, Dawn of the Dead.
Have I ever seen what?
The Dredd. The Judge Dredd?
Yes, that's what have I seen Dredd? Oh my gosh, do you know me?
I say other things here like
Carl Urban just shooting up a freaking cell block.
Literally a hole in every floor of a building. That's
people always talk about Viggo Mortensen being the king of nerds, but no one ever talks about.
Oh, not at all. Carl Urban is the king. No, dude, Carl. Yeah. It goes for me like, and this upsets people, but it's Carl Urban at the very top, and then like just like coming in through the door. He's not even outside the door or coming up the stairs. He's just like right behind is Henry Cavill. But like those two, like the top tier nerd.
Yeah, Henry Cavill. Yeah.
Heroes.
Oh, I said the wrong name. I didn't mean Viggo Mortensen. I meant.
We know who you meant.
the dude who he played Elrond and Mr. Smith and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Red Skull.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill though.
Anyways,
what else has he been in besides The Witcher and Superman?
What else has he been in?
Yeah, I mean you named Carl Urban's been in like
nerd wise
15 different things.
No, okay, no, I said King of the Nerds.
Oh,
Henry
okay.
Cavill's been in, like, not that he's acted in a lot of nerdy stuff, but the fact that he petitioned and like the whole story behind The Witcher and the fact that he barely got into it.
He is a nerd.
I'm sorry, he's a big fan of Warhammer. So
I get what you're saying. I thought we were talking about like how many characters.
No, like they're actual nerds. Like Carl Urban is an actual nerd.
Oh, is he?
Like it's just watch one of the interviews and he just like shows his collection of like just shit he's stolen from his sets. He's like, oh yeah, this is pretty cool. I was like,
his whole
my kind of guy.
His whole fucking role on Thor Ragnarok. He's like pulls out the M16.
Behold my stuff.
He made Ragnarok in my opinion. And then The Boys, like his character on The Boys is Butcher is just he's the leader of that show. I love that show so much.
Yeah, I mean, good sequels or remakes. I don't know, dude. Like,
well, a sequel that for the longest, I think the best sequel of all time, in my opinion, was Judgment Day. Kind of hard, But then,
true.
But then,
true.
But then Top Gun 2 came along and destroyed literally everything. Apparently.
No, Top Gun 2 is. I'd still hold Judgment Day over Top Gun 2.
I mean,
did you like Judgment Day more than, how am I wording this? The difference in how much you like.
Do you like Terminator 1 or Terminator 2 more? There you go.
No.
Andrew.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Terminator 1 to Terminator 1 to Terminator 2, or shit, I forgot the other movie. What'd you say?
Top Gun or Top Gun 2?
Top Gun which one has the bigger improvement to you between the first and second?
Bigger improvement?
Yes, like okay, what? So do you like the second Top Gun more than the first?
He never saw the first one,
and I've seen it since I saw it since then. Top Gun 1 to 2 it's the same thing. It's just like I'm Tom Cruise. I'm gonna go fast. Pew, pew.
Different people.
Watch me.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, and then like, but Terminator 1 to Terminator 2, it's the whole. Oh
they're
my
so
gosh,
different.
Dude. It's a completely different movie.
It's a massive jump. Because
it's
I've never seen
like,
the Top Gun
hey,
movies, so
Hello, I'm a cybernetic organism. I come from the past. I want to kill you. And then number 2, it's I'm a cybernetic organism. I want to save you. And you're like, oh my god, he's a good guy and save John Connor, dude. Complete no Terminator all day. And then beyond that, it's trash. But
we don't talk
not
about
to
those.
mention they basically invented an all new technology for practical and digital effects to be able to do the liquefying.
Freaking liquid metal.
Freaking liquid.
Bro.
I saw Judgment 2 like 1,000 times before I even saw the first Terminator. Like I don't know why that happened to me, but I just knew the movie from the first one. I didn't even see it.
Growing up, we had friends that worked at Universal, so I'd go there frequently. And my first experience with Terminator wasn't even the movies; it was the freaking the show at Universal.
Yeah, and
I was like 5 or 6 watching this whole thing happening. It was 3D, and at one point they jump out of the screen, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. And as a 6-year-old, it looks real. I'm like, dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger just ran right by me, and this is terrifying. And and then I went back and Terminator all day, and then Alien and Alien. Those are like
Aliens.
Terminator and Aliens are perfect.
Actually, forget about that. Aliens is
upgrade,
the best of the trilogy for sure. I didn't even think about that one. Hell yeah. I'm
a little disappointed that I don't have more to add to this segment.
You had so many DVDs growing up.
I know. I still have so many.
You're phony. It's okay.
Phony.
I don't know. I don't think y'all seen them. I'm not sure. Well, I know Andrew has. I don't know about you, Ben. The Ocean's 11. That was a remake, and I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. But coincidentally, they also have one of the worst remakes also in Ocean's 13 that they did a few years ago.
I've never seen those.
Yeah,
no, I prefer Snatch.
I thought that was Ocean's 8.
Is it Ocean's 8? Yeah, that might be Ocean's 8. Oh yeah, Ocean's 13. I'm sorry, that's the third of the duh. Yeah. But they have the best and also the worst in that franchise. It's kind of funny.
But I forget about the Ocean's franchise. It's a great franchise. Besides
fun.
The 8 one.
They're fun. I enjoy them. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Sleeper remake. I remember this one. Have y'all seen the new Jumanjis?
Oh, they are good.
They are funny as all shit.
I don't mind them.
I mean, you can't go into them expecting, obviously, the classic, but they do a good job at honoring it and also just being its own thing. And that's when I kind of got into The Rock and Kevin Hart together. They're kind of funny, but I mean they're kind of old now. But those, the first one and the second, even the sequel to it, the Jumanji 2, I forget what they called it, but that was a good one. Oh yeah,
too. Dude, the sequel was
Into the Jungle.
Yeah, the sequel was oddly kind of a tearjerker at the end. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, yeah. DeVito and what's his name, Glover. Saying goodbye to each other. No, I enjoyed those a lot. Y'all got any more?
You know what I do got is a question.
Oh,
okay.
Are we recording the podcast or are we just shooting the shit?
We're just shooting the shit, bro.
Oh, okay. When are we going to start the podcast?
We've already started.
When did you do the intro? I didn't hear no intro. I didn't hear no bell.
Don't you remember what we started?
The intro was you having a midlife crisis.
Yeah. Good morning and welcome to the Bored Till Death podcast, where we're joined by Taylor and Andrew and the fart knocker himself, Ben. How you doing, gentlemen? There you go. That's your
32
intro.
32 minutes in.
32 minutes in. No, it's the biggest setup for an episode ever.
Well, have you not listened to this last week's episode?
I don't even listen to what's happening right now.
Apparently. No, we're going to do a snippet, a little teaser, for people to come and what they're going to listen to, and then we go into the song.
Ooh, tease me. What's going to happen, Zaddy?
Yikes.
Jesus Christ.
This man just said Zaddy into the mic.
Zaddy. Oh my god.
I love the delayed intro though, Ben. That was good.
That was great. That's what people are here for.
What's
to
up,
hear the intro
BTD
30 minutes
fan?
in.
It's your boy Cheese Master 69.
It's Fart Knocker 24. Guys, I had a traumatic event to happen over the weekend. Would y'all like to hear?
Taylor, what happened to you that was so traumatic?
Well, I'd like to go back first when I was a child. I used to have
Hey,
HBO.
this is me. You might be wondering how I got here. To know that, we got to go back to the beginning.
So like in my bedroom back in the day, I had HBO. I had the movie channels. Like we were a movie family and everything. And one night, y'all remember that movie Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, and he died and
Yes.
came back a snowman, like a soul, and he got to hang out with his son one last time and all this crap. So I like.
Yeah, you're talking about the horror one.
No,
right?
no, we're getting there. We're getting there. So,
Oh, spoilers.
as
dude.
a child, I loved the Jack Frost one where that's family friendly. And I remember like being like, back in the day on Channel 3 where you could see what's coming up and stuff on the scroll, like each channel and everything. And that's how you know what.
Yeah, back before there was a TV guide.
It was
or
the TV guide.
A channel guide.
TV guide.
It was the scrolling monotony.
And the worst part was when you get there and like your channel just passed and you had to sit through the whole fucking thing until it came back around like 150 channels. So, all right. Anyway, so it's like 1:00 in the morning. I'm chilling. I'm on the guide and I see Jack Frost is coming.
Nothing good on Skinamax.
Nothing good.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I was wondering.
I knew it was coming.
You said HBO in my room as a kid, and I was wondering if that's where the conversation was going to go.
Had Nickelodeon on the return channel ready to go.
Why are you watching Nick at Night, Taylor? Oh, it was cartoons a second ago, I swear.
I love the Brady Bunch!
I love the Brady Bunch.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. And back to my story before we got derailed. I see Jack Frost coming up. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm going to go watch that. I love that movie. I get there, and I'm like 8, 7 or something. I don't know. And I get there, and it's starting. I'm like, cool, chilling. And all of a sudden, it's terrifying. This guy is killing people. There's a car accident, I think. He dies. His blood spills out into the snow and everything. And he comes back a snowman and starts killing people.
So he's murdering people as a snowman.
Yeah, it's
basically Chucky, but
as
Jack Frost.
As Jack Frost and everything. And it's called Jack Frost. Just like the family version of Jack Frost. And
That's so messed up.
But I kept watching and I was scared shitless the whole fucking time. But I kept watching. And I'm not a horror movie fan at all. Needless to say, I had nightmares for weeks. Like bad, traumatic nightmares. So every time I see Jack Frost, the Michael Keaton child-friendly one, pop up like on a streaming app or something, my heart kind of flutters for a second. To this day, it still does from my trauma as a child going through that scenario.
It starts snowing outside. You start locking all the doors.
He's coming.
The first flurry starts to fall, and you just go into a panicked seizure in the room.
So, my question for you guys now: do y'all have any ridiculous child trauma stories you can bring up?
I have a mild one.
Obviously, we're not laughing at trauma here. We're just the lighthearted ones as a kid. A little child trauma. Never hurt anyone.
Stuff you can look back on.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I do have a mild one, but when we started talking about you having a panic attack at the sight of flurries, I don't know why, but the first thing that flashed into my head, I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, but the SNL skit where Smash Mouth comes smashing through the wall of the girl's room who's scared of Smash Mouth.
What? No, I haven't seen that.
She's like having nightmares and stuff, and she gets out of the bed because like smoke starts pouring out from underneath the closet door, and the room starts glowing a weird color, and she's like, Smash Mouth, Smash Mouth. And then all of a sudden, the lead singer busts through the wall right behind her and scares the shit out of her, singing All Star just out of nowhere, and she's screaming. Anyways,
so are you scared of Smash Mouth?
No, but for some reason, the idea of you getting scared at the sight of a flurry, for some reason, that popped in my brain. Anyways, no. One of my low-key favorite movies is Signs.
Oh, yeah.
And back in the day, when it first came out, my
That movie
sister...
fucked me up.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. That one's a rough
my
one.
sister Hannah was very little, young enough still that we had baby monitors, the same exact ones from the movie, the
Of
exact
course.
same ones. So first off, that hedge scene in the found footage from the birthday party in Mexico where he just comes out
nah.
of nowhere.
Dude, that's
Off the back, I feel it.
some
claws.
lanky boy going across the screen.
Yeah.
I was like, nope.
Just a lanky boy. I'm scared of skinny guys now.
It's Slender Man.
No, but like I kind of had a thing where if I ever saw anything, because in front of my house back then, it was all woods, like for like four lots in a row, it was all woods. And if I had to go out late to take out the trash for the next morning or something like that, if I saw even a little bit of something move, I was convinced. I was like, it's the alien. But like,
Ma, get the water.
Ma, another gator got in the house. But Monsters Inc. Sorry.
Never heard that.
No, what got me more was the baby monitors, because we had them all over the house, and every now and then, like, I don't remember why, but there was one or two times where for some reason the baby monitor was in my room, and now that I think about it, that's really weird. I don't know why that happened, but
The aliens brought
there
it.
was one or two times where it was night, and like my dad would go and get a drink or something in the kitchen or something, and our old cabinets had this creaking noise when you'd open it, so it sounded like that like alien noise that they made when it
It's a
would come
weird
through on the
sounding
baby
cabinet.
monitor.
To the baby monitor, yeah.
Yeah, and so my brain would just start firing on all cylinders, like, oh my god, this is it. And I mean, I was old enough to know that wasn't it, but I was very freaked out for a little bit of just noises coming through the baby monitor.
Did you keep glasses of water all throughout your bedroom and a baseball bat?
I did not.
Swing, boy, swing.
See, I would have been doomed. I would have been doomed.
Oh. What about you, Ben?
Traumatic things as a child?
Yes.
Ben's about to say something very serious right now instead of
No.
Gonna bring this one down to a halt.
No. Well, let's see. I created traumatic things for myself. Like, I mean, in Florida,
Oh, there's trauma.
me and my friend.
You lived in Florida.
Well, yeah. So being in Florida,
We all got that.
I had my best friend growing up, Stefan, lived like right down the block from me, and it was 5 houses down. But I don't know if you guys remember the mosquito repellent trucks.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That would
You run.
that would just
your bike fast.
drive through. Yeah. So I'm like, I have my skates on, and we're all just hanging out outside, like skating at 10 o'clock at night. We're just like doing dumb stuff, and
As you do.
I just see this and I just see this truck coming around the corner, and he had like 3 brothers, and his older brother Yoshi was just like, he just yelled run. He's like, they're coming. And I don't know why. I felt like the devil himself was chasing me.
That is the worst
So, yeah,
thing to say. Run, they're coming. No context.
Those
And
trucks
then
were
just
like
a yellow light flashing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you all hears, I'm like,
it was like an
You
old
know?
Ford pickup and stuff like that. It was like rusty looking.
Yeah.
Always it seemed like, and it looked like you getting chased down by a killer from Jeepers Creepers or something. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
I feel you
But
there.
that
I used to
was-
run when I saw those.
Ever since then, like, and that was the family that him and his brothers, they showed me Nightmare on Elm Street,
Oh.
Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and I had no idea. I grew up conservative Christian.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not allowed to watch these things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna go over Stefan's house. We're gonna have a sleepover, and I'm watching some scissor-handed man come out of a coffin, and I'm like, what, dude?
And that's where it
So-
all began.
I just had this innate fear. Yeah, we would always watch just, crazy movies over there. Sorry, I'm remembering something. But yeah, I always had something, some fear that like every time I was walking out in the dark, like take out the trash, or if it was just nighttime,
Yes.
that some dude was just gonna come around. Like, if you guys seen the movie, is it Us? Yeah, the Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
I haven't
the one
seen
with
it, but
the-
I've seen a bunch of stuff about it. Yeah.
with the
When the grandpa's like running straight at the camera.
oh, that's you.
And he's like running at the, or no, is that you?
No, You's
the
the
Netflix show.
Us
Ew,
is the
ew, that's that weird
Us
one.
is the sequel, isn't it? The Jordan
No,
Peele.
Us is the sequel.
Us is the one where they're all clones that were kept in a secret underground whatever.
What's the first one?
The one
Get
you're
Out.
Get Out. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So I like that scene where the dude just chucking at the guy. I was like, that was my life as a kid. I just felt like someone was just gonna come around the corner of a trash can and run at me.
It's so funny. It's so funny because in real life that would be absolutely terrifying, but watching that scene is so funny to me.
Someone
I don't know
running
why.
dead
Oh, yeah.
sprint right at you. Hell yeah! I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, this was the family, and the reason I was laughing, I can't just leave it alone. But we were watching Castaway, and it's the scene where Tom Hanks has like a toothache.
Oh
Yes.
no! I
Yes.
hate that scene
He
so
he
much.
takes the shoe
Oh.
and he
ice skate.
knocks himself out. Yeah, the ice skate. And the next scene is like him waking up with a beard. I don't know why. As like an 8 or 9-year-old, it was the funniest thing to me. His middle brother's like, "Damn, son, he got knocked out that long." Forever in my brain that he knocked himself out for like 4 years. Yeah, it was.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't really have like a super traumatic story other than, just being scared of the baby monitors. But you did remind me talking about being outside late, as you were as a kid in St. Lucie County.
As a child does.
Yeah. Me and 2 other neighborhood friends of mine witnessed something that almost feels like only happened for our eyes, and that's it. And it was so, to this day, it
God
baffles me. We were outside really late too, and back then we always on the weekends would make fires in the backyard. We went out to get firewood, and we're all standing there on my old driveway, and my one friend's like, "Hey, what's that?" And we look up, and it's coming from the north, so obviously it was coming from wherever they did the launches. I'm spacing on the name, but there was a small light flying up from the sky. What?
The Kennedy Space Center?
There it is.
You forget that Kennedy Space
No.
Center? It's literally one of what?
One?
I mean, at this point, it was
about to
the
say.
spot
No,
that you
I was-
launched shit from?
I was trying to think
other
of.
than my backyard?
I was trying to think of the name of the plot of land that it's on, like Cape whatever, but
Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral?
Canaveral. That's it. That's the
Dude!
word.
My
Hello?
God. Take his Floridian puff.
Listen, I've blocked a lot of stuff out of my brain.
I did.
Anyways,
That's where I went to space camp.
Yeah.
I went to space camp.
but we were standing there and I could see something flying up into the sky with a trail on it, and we're like, "Oh, what's that?" At a certain point, the little fire trail ends on the end of it, and you could barely see the speck. It's still bright, just floating. I'm like, "Oh," thinking back on it, it like left the atmosphere or something like that. And then all of a sudden, it explodes.
Oh.
But it's huge, and it was a very tiny speck, smaller than some of the stars that you could see out that night, floating up there. But the explosion was massive, and like if you were to look at a quarter or something like that, it was like that big, but against the sky. And we're all like, "What the heck just happened?" So the next day, all of us are asking around because we all went to different schools, are asking around at school, asking if anyone saw it. We were checking the newspapers and stuff. I didn't see anything on the news. I never have encountered anyone that's ever seen that on that night. And it was just us 3. Like, as far as I know, I'm sure someone else saw it, but nobody that I knew. I was asking so many people at school and stuff. Nobody knew what I was talking about. And it was a full-on explosion. It wasn't in the news. I
Andrew,
assumed it was like a satellite launch or something that went wrong or something, but
Andrew,
because if it was people on it, it would have.
you literally had the beginning plot to an epic childhood adventure movie, and you did nothing with it.
I mean, I thought he was just tripping massive balls.
There's also that. There
Yeah,
might have been
too.
some mushrooms in those forests you were playing. Y'all heard Andrew's traumatic story was a space launch.
I seen some shit. Like, what?
He's now afraid of SpaceX and Elon Musk. Tesla goes by.
Yeah, no, that was just a weird thing that stuck with me over the years. I'm kind of like, I can't believe that happened actually. But yeah, anyways, it happened. There you go.
I have a something similar to that happened to me when I was like 19. I was working at Interstate Batteries, driving like this big ass truck that delivers batteries basically, and I'm driving south on the highway, like down by West Palm Beach, and I'm looking in the sky. It's like 8-9 in the morning, and in the sky this thing is just moving in the air, like way down south, like over like Boynton Beach, like 20 miles south. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's getting bigger, it's like going crazy and everything, and all of a sudden I get close enough to it. I'm like almost in Boca at this point, which is about 35 minutes south of West Palm. I had to be in West Palm. I got so mind trapped trying to figure out what this thing is. It was a guy in the sky writing a message. And from the side of it, it looked like a spacecraft. And I'm like, oh my God, I was freaking the fuck out. But I go lie. I'm pretty sure it was one of those mornings after we played a show on a Sunday night and I got home at 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
But
run, they're coming.
Literally, I'm like, how is no one paying attention to it? I felt like a fucking idiot.
Did you guys see when Obama came to Florida?
It
had to been 2012 or around.
It was
there.
like 2014. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. The shuttle, the planes.
Like there was fighter jets flying over Port St. Lucie, and I'm like, I'm going to work at Starbucks, and I hear, I'm like, I'm sorry. I look up and see a straight up fighter jet, and I'm like, oh shit, it's happening. And that's where I went to my Red Dawn, like, oh dude, we're gonna die.
It's happening.
Grab all the syrup. Let's go.
Find out an hour later, it's like, Obama just came to visit, and that was the weekend that he visited the pizza joint in Fort Pierce.
Oh yes, Big Apple. That's right.
I know what he was playing golf in Jensen Beach or Palm City, and like some plane flew into the space, and they launched planes from NASA. Basically,
yeah,
but I was in a dead sleep, and I jumped out of my bed and ran into the living room. So we had some stuff fall off the wall. That plane must have been 20 feet above my damn house. It was wild.
Yeah, they were low flying. It was. That's why I went straight to butt clenching mode. I was ready.
Butt clench mode.
Here comes Russia, boys. Oh God, good times. Good times. Andrew.
Hi.
And now it's time for Andrew's Jam of the Week.
Yeah.
What? What?
I'm waiting to see what Ben's
Where's the jams?
Sorry, I was pulling up my phone.
You don't even know what you're listening to, dude?
He's pulling out Spotify right now. Hold on, let me figure this out.
Quick, what's my daily shuffle?
Jam of the
Hold
moment.
on, guys. I gotta listen to something. No, I was pulling up my notes because I had to write some stuff down about it. That's what it was. For some reason, that just manifested as yeah.
Yeah.
No, this week's Jam of the Week. I know you know all about this, Ben, but it's Defeater's self-titled album.
Oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone out there knows anything about Defeater or not, but they are a hardcore band hailing from Boston, from the Boston hardcore scene.
Boston.
Yep.
Boston.
A notorious music scene for that style of music. But it's weird though, because while they are hardcore, they're not really what you would picture for traditional hardcore bands. There's not a lot of at least modern hardcore, there's not a lot of breakdowns or two steps or anything like that you're gonna.
There's not even a lot of screaming.
There really isn't. Yeah,
It's just loud talking.
pretty much.
Loud
Yeah.
noises.
One thing that makes these guys really unique, though, that I like a lot about them is that every single release of theirs is a concept album. And beyond that,
Wow.
every single release follows a chapter in one cohesive narrative that they're telling. Ben's like, you good?
It's
It's very good.
I love a concept album.
Yeah, but every album follows one main member of a troubled family struggling during wartime and hardships.
Damn, son, you want me to take over this for you? I'll talk the shit out of Defeater.
Yeah, actually, I will give it to you. Give it over to you in just a second. I got distracted because of the screenshot that just came. Listeners are gonna be like, "What screenshot?" But anyways, no. But it's one big story that they are writing out over the course of all of these albums that they have put out, and this one follows the main father of the family's brother. So I'm just gonna refer to him as the uncle. Basically, the concept of this album is the uncle goes to war, his ship capsizes, he is overcome from survivor's guilt because he doesn't think he should have been the one to survive, and falls into a cycle of alcoholism and other such abuses. And I won't spoil how it ends. It's man, is it good?
Because it hasn't ended yet.
Man, is it good? So, and certain songs on the album also are callbacks and references to other characters in previous albums. It's pretty funny because you're basically making a shared universe of just music that tells a story, and you don't come across that very often. It's very
the
cool.
Defeaterverse.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I love it.
But all of this is told through music that is visceral and emotional, and his voice is, like Ben said, it's almost like just loud talking. It's not really screaming, it's not really singing, but it works so well for the style that they have carved out for themselves. It's really good. Standout tracks off the album would be The Worst of Fates, Atheists and Foxholes, Mother's Sons, and Hourglass. But honestly, everything on that album is so good.
What album is this?
It's their self-titled.
It's the latest one.
Yeah, the cover is a guy's hand holding a deck of cards. Ben, go off.
Well, hold on. If someone's to listen to Defeater for the first time, you got an album you recommend?
Then you let me talk.
Yeah, you take this, Ben.
Hey, listener, are you intrigued by the band Defeater? Do you really want to just take yourself through a ride on this journey that's called
Sure, I like rides.
Defeater? Defeater itself is a concept band. Yeah. The albums are concepts in themselves, but Defeater is basically the journey of this family.
Yeah.
Because it starts with Travels, where it's the younger, Travels, each album is a family member, like you said. Travels is the younger brother, and you go through his journey. And it's post-war, it's like 1950s-ish.
Yeah.
And in that, he kills his brother. I think he kills his dad. And then his mom is a drug addict, and you listen through these issues that he's dealing with, and at the end, the standout tracks from Travels is Cowardice, hands down, but the rest is good too. But it's him talking to a Catholic priest, and just confessing, all these problems.
And the priest is a piece of work himself too. Holy crap!
Oh, we haven't even gotten there.
Yeah,
Cowardice is the last song on the album.
Cowardice is the last song on the album.
I have a rule: if the last song is a banger, the whole album's a fucking banger.
It is. But just wait, just you wait, because there's an album, the next album called Empty Days and Sleepless Nights, which is about the older brother who the younger brother killed in the first album. So you walk through his journey and his perspective on things, and he hates his younger brother for, I want to say he killed his dad. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've went through this. I listen to these albums once a year, all the way through. But it's about him and his wife, and he's in debt to a money launderer, and the money launderer kills his wife, and then he takes that on his brother. And the last track of the song it's not of the album, but the last track of that story, because there's a few extras they throw on, but it's called White Oak Doors. Bro, that song will leave you with goosebumps
Ooh.
And it's him confronting his brother at the train tracks. It's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And then you kind of wrap up that story that started in Travels, and then you go on to Letters Home, which is about I want to say it's the dad. I want to say
I'm
it's
gonna
the
be
dad's,
I'm gonna be on such a kick of Defeater now,
dude. It's so good because it's the dad's experience in wartime, and the album itself is in reverse.
Yeah.
It starts at the end of the dad's journey, and as you go through, you get to the beginning of his experience overseas. Standout tracks there: "Hopeless Again," "Rabbit Foot." Yeah, dude. Oh, whew. If you and me growing up in World War II, like I actually like appreciated and
You hear that?
really
Ben
studied
grew up during World War II.
Yeah,
No, I'm
so
with you there.
That
I
album is in itself. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm on a tangent now.
I
And then you got
be a war
Abandoned.
historian.
So the next album, and we're not even talking about the little singles and EPs. Like these are the big albums. The next album is the Priest perspective from the last track of Travels. Holy crap, dude!
Oh, going
Freaking
back.
7 years later, we're going to another perspective. And you see his side of the war and his drug problems, and then he might have something to do with his mom in Travel. Like it's just this like interwoven thing, and it's really about the small town and these people that interconnect with each other.
Yes,
Damn.
and actually, the Priest comes back in the self-titled in the song "No Guilt," and it's about his encounter with the mom, and it's messed up.
And then there's a small little I think it's called an LP or whatever, like a small like 6-song album called Lost Ground, which is like the perspective of a random like African American dude in like just a lyric of Travels. And he's like a homeless dude or something like that, and his experience, and that like the Red, White, and Blues.
Yes.
Oh boy, it pops off.
That's what
anyways,
that's the one that first got me into Defeater was that EP with Red, White, and Blues on it. But that's one of the really interesting things about this band is the lead vocalist. He's not even like a lyricist; he's a novelist. He writes these intricate stories in between all of these albums, and listening to it, you can't always tell if you're not really listening, but if you really are paying attention, you're basically reading a book while listening to music, and it's nuts.
It's a narration.
Yeah,
you're reading a story while music's just so happens to be playing in the back.
Very good. When I wish we still had the booklets. You just read it as they go along. That'd be pretty nice.
Yeah,
I guess you just look up the lyrics online, but it's not the same. Not the same. Damn.
But I had an idea. I've actually had this idea for a while, and I keep forgetting to bring it up, but I think it would be nice now to bring it up since we're several episodes in. How would y'all feel, first of all, and then also the listeners, I would like to know, about us starting a Spotify and Apple Music playlist of Jams of the Week?
Ooh.
And
about that.
Every week we add the standout tracks from each Jam of the Week to that playlist. It'll be kind of eclectic and all over the place sometimes, I guess, but depending on what we cover, but I think it'd be kind of neat.
Hell yeah. Can you make multiple, like every week we'd make a new one to post? Is that what you're saying? Or like all together, just collective of everything?
Oh, no,
you just make a playlist, Jams of the Week.
Just a playlist.
Like each week.
Yeah, every week we add the standout tracks of whatever that Jam of the Week was to that playlist. And then
that's a great idea.
Yeah, and then people could use it to check out see if they like who we're suggesting or not, whatever.
There's been a couple people asking us to like post them in our link tree and stuff like that, like a link to like their Instagram and everything. So that'd be a great idea. People would love that. Of course, it's Spotify, and I don't have Spotify.
Yeah, so we'll work on putting together a playlist for Jam of the Week here soon, and I'll go back through all the other ones we've had so far and just add them right out the gate, and then going forward we'll add more every week.
Don't forget to add Creed.
And then also every Monday we're going to be posting a snippet of each Jam of the Week on our Instagram page with links. So, you good?
Yes. Yeah, sorry. I'm still wrapped up in you started talking about Defeater, and I was like,
oh, he just remembered something.
Well, we've lost Ben.
Nope. Just last little bit. Yes, add a Spotify, throw it on there. Hey, listen along, guys. It's the number one track from Defeater, because I forgot about it. It's like something Emily and I kind of played on our wedding day, but it's I Don't Mind, and it's the perspective of the.
I
Listen
can't
through the whole
remember.
album, and then so all the albums, and this is a really cool part. And I'm sorry, it's very intriguing. All right, I have to say it. It's all angry and one-sided perspective, and you listen to, let's say, "Empty Days and Sleepless Nights." There's a song called "Deedly Deedly Dee."
That's a weird name.
I don't know. I think like Empty Glass, and it's about the husband getting drunk at the bar, and he's like, let's talk about the old days, and him reminiscing on the good times with his wife, and it's during that difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you listen to the album, the last 4 tracks, it's called "I Don't Mind," and it's the positive side of that time. And you're like,
wow.
oh, it's a nice little sweet song, like deedly doo, like slow dance with my lady.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry. Oh man, dude, such a good band. I know not our listeners don't like yelly, angry music, but it's more than that.
Some of them do.
It's deep.
If they're listening to us, they've heard it before. They don't mind. They don't mind. They got to. They got to by now.
I like that pun. I like what you did there. Because the song's called "I Don't Mind."
I didn't know I did that.
Symmetry.
Oh, Jesus.
Also, I actually want to bring this up real quick on the top. Whoa, sorry.
Whoa, dude, get off your phone during the podcast.
Writings on the wall.
High on the vine.
Here we go again.
Take two.
Take 2. Glass Cloud getting the spotlight again. No, I wanted to bring this up while we're on the topic of playlists, because we posted the Jam of the Week for episode 13 today, with a clip from Glass Cloud, because that was last week's, and this page commented on it.
Singing too.
Yes. And this page commented on it, called Grody Jones, which is a great name. And
classic.
They're an Instagram page, and they have a web. Son of a bitch! Why did I do that again?
Bro, mute your shit.
Whoa, episode 14, and we're still doing these things.
Okay.
Freaking rookie.
You gotta like the professionalism here, okay? Okay. Anyways, it's mute now. I'm sorry, everybody. But I went and checked out these guys' website, and it looks like they actually put on shows, local music shows and everything. And they commented on the video saying, "Oh, we like these guys. First song I heard from them was 'If He Dies, He Dies.'" And I replied back, and they're like, "Oh, it's been cool seeing your stuff. We're gonna follow the podcast. Be sure to go check out our playlist." So they have a playlist on Spotify called Grody Jams instead of Grody Jones. And it is all just local music. They just add local guys to it.
Oh, sure.
And they got good stuff on it. Now, granted, it is a lot of heavy stuff. There's a lot of metal and hardcore and punk and stuff like that. But if that's your thing, I went on to it and was listening to it for a little while today, and I found some new people. So it's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
We've talked about it several times about how important it is to support local music, and that's exactly what these guys do. So I figured I would talk about it.
Oh yeah, we're all about the local here, local restaurants, local art, local music. Love to try to promote any way possible. That was kind of like an underlying thing we wanted to bring to this podcast. So hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I would love to start talking about more local bands again, like what we talked about all the South Florida bands.
Yeah, exactly. So when I saw this,
many.
I was like, this is a good resource for us to be able to find new bands and talk about them. So
hell yeah, cool.
Yeah. Grody Jams on Spotify.
Let's be ready next time, Andrew. Have it ready. Listen to it ahead of time, okay? Don't just open up your phone and pick the feeder, okay?
Yeah, dude.
I didn't do that, I promise.
Jesus Christ.
Fine, guys.
I just love sending it your way, and you're just not ready for it.
That's the thing. That's why I was like, yeah.
Y'all got any final words to send everyone off into their beautiful Monday?
The end.
The end is not.
I did have something I wanted to ask you if you knew about that was kind of a callback to, I think it was episode 1 or 2. I can't remember which episode it was now, but when we talked about the crazy monument in Georgia? America's
Oh, yeah, that
Stonehenge?
was episode 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that it was also a functioning compass, calendar, and clock?
Did you know you're breaking up really bad?
Did you know that it was also a functioning compass, calendar, and clock?
Oh, I did not know that. Tell me more.
No, continue. You know you're breaking up really bad? Just keep it going.
That's
what they want to hear. I'm low-key afraid that you're not going to have good quality audio to play coming up here soon, like that happened that one time.
Yeah, I think about that a lot, actually. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
No,
We'll
I
find
just, it showed up on.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
That is my favorite song.
No, I just saw it come across Facebook and it said that, and I didn't really read anything more about it or anything, but I was like, oh, hey, I didn't know this about the genocide rock. That's cool.
Call back. It's the New World Order. What did we learn this week? All right, everyone. Y'all have a great week ahead. Halloween is coming up this weekend. Y'all get crazy. I want to see cool costumes posted.
Spooky dookie, let's go!
We might have a
Might
have a little Halloween episode coming up. Who knows? We don't know what that means.
Ghost.
I don't know what's happening right now. Everyone say toodles.
Toodles.
Candy corn superiority. Candy corn superiority.
Fuck you.
I felt like I couldn't talk tonight. I was like, that. I'm
Why
like,
the hell do you sound like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries?
Shonda, that was Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes, I know it was Flea. I've also done research.
You've been researching that?
I see a TikTok.
That's what Ben's doing when he gets home from work and we're waiting on him. He's like,
Who
all right, time to sit here and
voices
research the
Donnie
Thornberries. Fun Thornberry facts. Enter.